What's going on, y'all? It's Playmaker Way with the playbook. And really quick, I want to break down how we're up over 100 pips on GJ in the free Sigma room in less than a day. It's actually just been a few hours. It's 5:56 a.m. I called the signal out at 3 a.m. my time. So it's literally just been 3 hours and we're up over 100 pips. And we entered late, which is ridiculous. So I'm gonna break down how we did this. By the way, I do have a free signal room. First link in the description. Y'all see on the screen the profits, the results. Y'all don't want to miss out. I call 3 to 5 signals a day free. These aren't no baby pips. Currency pairs, 30 per currency pair, like 30 plus pips minimum. That's low balling. Indices, 2,000 minimum. That's still low balling. Y'all see the video titles. These aren't just the highlights of the signal room. These are like what we do every day. You know, I'm scrolling right now. Y'all see on the screen. But anyways, let me explain why I even called this trade out. Because as you can see, we're on the daily time frame currently. I always start on the daily time frame because we're day trading. And if you think of stocks or anything like that, holding cryptos, people do not hold that stuff for 5 minutes and then sell it. They hold that stuff for days to weeks to months. So if people hold stocks and stuff for days, weeks to months, that means you have to look at price minimum on the daily time frame. If you're not looking at least on the daily time frame, the highest you're looking at is 4 hour, you're trading wrong and you're going to miss the bigger picture. You should not be strictly trading on smaller time frames. You should use the smaller time frames to see what the price is doing at the exact time. You should not be using smaller time frames to take trades. Because as you can see, even this one, every one of these trades is based off the daily time frame. So that's how we're able to catch so many pips. And with this strategy, we're not just catching a small move or a small wave or an uptrend or high or low or something like that. We're literally catching the entire direction price is going for the day. We entered a trade here. We could have entered here, but we entered here. And as you can see, this is the daily candlestick. So literally, I called this sale at 3 a.m. And you think it's going to shoot up anytime soon? No, we're up over 100 pips. You think it's going to break this level? No, it's not. We literally have been in profit all morning on GJ. And we're almost at the bottom of this zone. These blue lines, if this is your first video of mine watching, I'm a zone trader. It's like supply, demand, support, resistance, but a little bit deeper. Each one of these lines are levels that I have identified price reacts to. They either respect or reject these levels. And when I go on a smaller time frame, it's going to make a lot more sense what I mean by that. But I'll see y'all once the trade's over, when the trade's close, and I'll break that down some more, okay? So this is GBPJPY. Here's an update. As you can see, not only did we hit a final TP for that zone, but we kept going down. So day one, we caught over 330 pips. I'm gonna show the results right now. And then day two, we gained another 130 pips. So we gained over 400 pips in 2 days, less than 2 days, which is insane. And both of these were called in the free signal room. So each day, everyone ate off of it. Not just my students, not just the members, but everybody. Which is amazing because most people, like, this is a record too. The most I ever before this was 200 pips in 1 day. But 330, that's a new record for GJ. And that's a lot of pips. Strategies out there that's on YouTube, Instagram, wherever you find them, there's no strategy that's going to show you how to get 100 plus pips every day, currency pairs, and then how to get literally thousands, tens of thousands of pips every day on indices. There's no other teacher out there that's going to teach you how to actually consistently make money in the Forex market, no matter what lot size you put in. Every other strategy out there, you need some kind of money to make money. But with this strategy, you don't need any. Well, you need money, but you don't need a lot of money to start. And all these people be trying to show you how to flip these accounts with these little scalping strategies, but it's still not even close to this strategy right here. I'm gonna explain how. First of all, you already see, if this is your first time watching this video, go ahead and check out my other videos so you know exactly what I mean. But yeah, so we're about to break this trade down right now. So the reason why I call the sale is very simple. One, I have my levels marked up, my zones. So before you trade at all, you need to identify the 3 key zones. There's always going to be 3 zones. So this is the first one. This is 1, 2, and 3. This one's getting into a play now, but before this day, for day 1, it was just this zone, this zone, and this zone. So I'm about to color them, change the color for them right now, so you know what I'm talking about. Day 3, the GJ sales. Today is the 7th, but the 5th and the 6th is when I call the sales. That's when we got the 460 pips in 2 days. Okay, so when you're using this strategy, you have to identify the 3 nearest zones: the main zone, which is going to be the middle zone, then the outside zones. Okay, so the main zone is the zone that we're focusing on right now. This is the level we're looking at to see if it was going to respect or reject it. Was this going to be a support level or resistance level? If it was a support level, then we'd look at this level, because this will be the next closest zone. And if it's a support level, that means it's going to go up. If it's rejecting as a resistance level, we'd be looking at this zone, because if it's a resistance level, it's going to be going down for sales. Buys, we'd be looking at this zone for a TP. Sales, we're looking at this zone for the TP. And as you can see, the whole daily candlestick, we rolled the whole daily candlestick all the way down from zone to zone. And then we did the same thing with this one, zone to zone. And then this one, zone to zone. Now let's go to a smaller time frame so things will start to make a little bit more sense. But I always start on the daily. So now you can see exactly what went down. I called the first trade here, went all the way down, hit all the TPs, then went underneath this zone, then rejected it. You see the green candle, then rejected, then went down. And that's when I knew this was going to be a resistance level, and that's when I called another sale. It didn't go all the way. It didn't go all the way to the final TP. It rejected up. So if I end bar replay, you can see where it's at currently. Okay, so that's where price is at currently. So it's not always going to hit all the TPs, but that's why you should move your SL in profit when you're in profit, because price always rejects, retraces before the next big move, or will change directions. So that's why you always move your SL in profit. That's why price will always move. Price is always going to retrace or something. So you don't know when it's going to retrace at all times. You can know when it's about to, but better be safe than sorry. So I always suggest moving SL in profit. And by the way, I just want to zoom out, and I want y'all to see how price just dances in all these zones I have marked up. And this is literally how me and the free signal room and my students, how me and the free signal room and my students just been making money, catching pips every day. Like, you see how it's reacting to this. You see how it's bouncing, turned it to support level, tested it again, shot back up, hit the zone, resistance level, shot back down, support level, shot back up, resistance, then support, shot back up, vice versa. Like we see it, but I just keep scrolling to the left. Nothing's gonna change. It's gonna keep doing it. It's insane. It's insane. And now I just want to do a quick bar replay so you can see how price acts in real time. All right, so this is the original entry. This is when I caught the first trade, and we're gonna see how price reacted those next 2 days. Okay, so we see price. So also look to the left. You see the red dotted line? That's where price is currently at. Another confirmation showing me that price was underneath that level of traffic. So what's price most likely to do? Break that level of traffic and then hit the resistance zone, turn to a support zone, and then go to this level? Or is it gonna do what it just did? Reject it and keep going to the downside. So you always wanna look to the left, and you always, like, again, we don't control the market. If we enter a trade, we don't make the market go up or down at all. All we're doing is stepping in the current, and the current's taking us where it's gonna go. So we want to determine where it's most likely going to go so we can catch the most amount of pips. Hope that makes sense. And that's what we did there. And as you can see, it retested the zone, rejected, resistance level. It retested again, rejected, and that's why I called sales for the second day. You see how prices are moving and reacting in real time. You see how it's respecting and rejecting this level, and how this level of traffic is now under this yellow line and this level of traffic, as you can see. It retested again, and then it dropped, and then retested, then dropped. So seeing all these confirmations, if it keeps retesting and respecting this as a resistance level. Do you think it's going to break through or keep going up? And as you can see, it keeps trying, it keeps retesting, it keeps retesting. But as you can see, price is continuing to go our way. And this is the power of the zones. Once you identify these zones, the amount of money you make is up to you. I always suggest practicing on the demo account first, but this is what I teach my students. I teach my students how to identify the zones, how to read the candles, and how to determine which way price is going to go. And you see, price will retest a few times before it does the big drop, but it'll also hit a few TPs. It might not hit the whole zone. It might play around the zone for a few days or a week, if even. So after this, I'm gonna go back to the daily time frame so you know what I'm talking about. So sometimes it won't happen, the whole move won't happen in one day. Other times it will. So that's why you always want to be asking on profit. Because what if it didn't keep going this far after retrace those many times? You would have lost money. You know what I mean? You see that? And then retraced again. So it went farther down. So we could have kept making money, getting wicked out and re-entering if we wanted to. But you always want to secure your profit. Always. That's the #1 rule. That's why we're trading, to make money. So once we have money on our screen, why would we want to let it go away? Profit is not yours until you move SL in profit or until you close the trade. If it's just floating around, it doesn't matter how much is on your screen. That's not your money. You haven't closed the trade. So you always want to close the trade, because as you can see, it retraced right back to the zone, and you could have missed out on so much money if you didn't do that one simple thing. So if y'all enjoy that video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any suggestions, any comments, any thoughts. Free signal room is first link in the description. You don't want to miss out on the next trade, Monday through Friday, London and New York sessions when I trade. Also, I do mentorships, I do one-on-ones, all of that. Click the links in the description for all that information. I'll see you in the next video.